Ebusiafo, Annie, good morning. Me say, I no pay. As some of say, NDC for no, NDC for no. I say, Wakakoto doc no. Oh, no one Jimeko. Says, another Nakakoye. It's so NDC, you know, Mahama is the hope. And then people better now, so 8 years, no more, yeah. Any other ya can't show say, your free SHS, your mouth drip machines, your agenda 111. Me now almost someone says, your employee nurses backlog and Mahama jail, what the dada no, your employee almost still almost someone says, your near she and a Mahama na a tro. Aquaco, say, only obi date, only need dates no. On shall we ye, and I would jano for before, only pan a buy, or ye no bet to me now, or see hospitals mouth, or see schools mouth, or dream who ya were quite, or shall mark or SHS free, went ya she, went ya sempoa, went ya te cook. Now, fed your own panada than coy and who say why fair, why a comma, uridium muze, uboto muze, no I not didn't stop a saw, but no, I catch your say. Now, where ya maono, on your she mouth. Enti Jino, Nasa be famine, I'll be famia. Me machine me lesson. Munni me namsana metie, metimia and air brusa. I dear who be paying. Now, so baby, where jaw panano. No, I sound cock of foul, no. Ukofana who said, say a bouncing canano. I say, to make because when him so can. Yeah, that's so. Sana the Nakakoye, and you said your Mahama no, or buy any President Mahama said it, or buy no, or baby be strong. But Akoya said, dear. Say oko kasa wanya hwea na say wakoto ama no na in the hopes of baby papa ma wanya hwea ma woni ntino say oko ka e ba akoye say ye besro nti on pese obeka omboa Mahama enye bibi sro ku bia na president Mahama eye ba akoye fe de oko kasa wanya hwea e besro nti no ye ani abecho we say on bechi bi o.
We know what we were about. We were firm and we had an aim. And I can tell you today that the NDC is virtually the first political party to have fulfilled our entire youth manifesto in 1 year. Everything we promised in there, we have done it. And so I bring you good news from President Mahama. I bring you good news from President Mahama. He says we are going to go back to the drawing board. And for the first time, we will put together a second manifesto and we shall implement it again before the end of his tenure.
Asambena eye Malik Basinteli eye youth president or Kano. Asambena Malik Basinteli Kano. According to Malik Basinteli, or see NDC government here, only political party where you should just 1 year to complete a youth manifesto. Youth manifesto. Mebao. Ade, mebao. 24 hours economy no, enka youth manifesto wana. Enkoko ketenkete project no enka youth manifesto ho ana mibisa eye saade ye kan sen eye saade ye kan sen eye nurses ne teachers no enka youth manifesto ho ana aneka ho me bawo enkoko ketenkete project no eye nkokorafo na ebeye anamrewafo na ebeye ana youth ne na ebeye nti sa project na enka youth manifesto ho mi bisa sa 24 hours economy policy no eye nkokorafo na beye anamrewa na beye ye anaso say eye youth fo na beye sa 24 hours economy policy no ana sa 24 hours economy policy no enka youth manifesto no enka ho enye wa no wonder Ebia youth manifesto no all kano. Eye TikTokers na wo mu didi president John Mahama tem na ye chi wo mu gum no. Ebia sa manifesto ne na all kan dey fine. One dey wo mu ayade e yampa. Wo mu atimi commission wo mu dream. Womani so ade hunu ne wo nsam wo mo beka no wo matimi ayeden wo matimi akonsume anase wo matimi afofere wo mo promise on the fine. Say TikTokers young youth TikTokers na wo mo didi NDC fompanfo atemno wo mo didi President John Dramani Mahama temno ena Malek Basintali ka ho asem say wo mo shegana fo bo say wo ye youth ni na say wudi panhini atama ye beche watum eyampa NDC government ba ye wo wudi panhini bi atam bia ya chew ya ma obi 1 year ba wo miaba ye de ne ko police station court ba say ya one de say ye sa asem na o kan de ya fine mete ase be ne sa asem na o kan ena ye nkokon ketenkete youth program policy eye 24 hours economy youth policy I nurses any teachers a womugu policy ne de Malek Basinteli mesrawo baby a woda endra na adwo sa so koda ho na so da ye foforo na sa so bra be man na that speech because NDC government na feri wo gina wo say youth manifesto policy no NDC are complete with 1 year within 1 year Malek Basinteli assembled open Malek Basinteli I don't you say I am kwala na egu Ghana ha. At the 24 hours economy policy, 24 hours and you to nebe. And I me mama na the village in nebe. And I me papa na the village in nebe. Malek. Youth manifesto ben were completing within 1 year. Youth policy ben. Youth manifesto ben na Malek Basinteli kan ho asamono. Atiefo ene me da sore ya. World Bank the news way the ababetudra. Or say World Bank ranks free SHS Ghanaia's biggest social policy since 1957. According to World Bank, or say World Bank ranks free SHS Ghanaia's biggest social policy since in 1957, according to World Bank. Or say since 1957, policy a womo diaba as her policy no a benefited the whole Ghana. Policy a nyansa wom the biggest policy a Ghana fuonya since 1957. A free SHS, according to World Bank. According to World Bank, or see policy a woman diaba a benefited Ghana for a biggest policy since 1957. A free SHS. Into who fee say be World Bank for ne bois. For just one policy NDC government the aba ubet media compare MPP policy free SHS no what dey for just one policy per fabra na fabra konka free SHS question me bisa no asema me kan ne say according to World Bank or say since 1957 free SHS the biggest policy Ghana fuanya since 1957. Into who fee say World Bank chantro who fee say World Bank ni okano yentora what dey the brabontin na fa policy ba ko pa NDC government de aba who bet media compare free SHS. This is the kind of policy can wasem policy MPP government de ba ya wo mo ankobo bese amfanye ben this ba ye no wo mo akobo bese se wo mo de ba be den wo mo de ba be double tracking. This is the kind of policy Ghana ye wo. This is the kind of policy we are talking about.
So clearly there's no democracy because the only institution you say about checking the powers that the Ghanaians gave you with the State Forest and the majority in parliament, the judiciary should have been our safe haven to at least check your excesses, because when they give you too much power, it's likely was a power corrupt and also corrupt absolutely. Ronaldo was not lucky. 2020, no, you're an executive, but then Ghanaians voted and gave the legislature to NDC. 2020 elections, no, na Agbangbabi our NDC, no, on the head of parliament, and another was just the executive president, and the judiciary was separated. Now the moment you change Tokonu, brought in a lot of judges, you know, and what has weakened our democracy is the way the judiciary is now behaving. Look, I can tell you from God, man, from my experience, what about as a lawyer? Maurice, who everybody knows say, oh, no nonsense. Obey a coup, military mentality, the way Maurice behaved. Maurice didn't like the judiciary well. But in 1992, we had a constitution. Maurice refused to touch the judiciary. With all the weaknesses that Maurice saw, he didn't like the way judges behave and the perception that Maurice have about the judiciary. Maurice realizes that that place is so sensitive. It is Maurice with all his powers in 1992, born massively in parliament and everything, refused to deal with the judiciary. It Maurice did not remove the chief justice at that time. Maurice did not appoint judges by heart, and Maurice was not controlling the judiciary. The judiciary under Maurice was very solid. In fact, the judiciary were doing cases. The NDC Maurice regime were losing cases because very well. 31st December, Maurice that time was Maurice or celebrated the 31st December celebration. He declared it holiday. Everything the 7th December not holiday. That time, NPP took the matter to court, and the Supreme Court declared, say, Maurice 31st December holiday was unconstitutional, illegal. Jesus Christ! And everybody knows how the revolution attached Maurice Akuma. Maurice Nakuma made a revolution June 4th, 31st December. But when the judiciary ruled against his soul, he didn't complain. Maurice didn't sack any judge. Maurice didn't call the judges' names. Maurice didn't intimidate them. Maurice exposing the judiciary to ridicule the public hatred or accepting it. And 31st December was not a holiday. Now come to Maurice Ifiyope and Akufo by. Akufo came to didn't take the judiciary. There were decisions at that time Akufo judiciary was ruling against reform government. You can't, they didn't touch it. Akufo was changing MPs, ministers about the judiciary. No, they were powerful. No attempt. Then Akufo left and Atamis by. When Atamis came, Atamis time if Atamis wanted to be democrat, to change the judiciary, that was the time. Atamis by almost every case be around NDC, the court, they lost. But the judges were very independent. Atamis came, the NDC lawyers, the attorney general were just rushing cases to the courts, and the judiciary was so strong. They don't give in to governmental influence. That is where persuasion by Emma Kwabena say the way they are losing, they are getting impatient. Therefore, they have to do reclaiming. And then they said there are so many ways of killing a cat. But at Thomas, Emma Kwabena say, hey, what's for? So, case is based on the fact that say your case is bad. Leave the judiciary alone. Until despite the attempt by the party, like Kwabena some people who wanted to touch the judiciary, President Ampaw assumed knowing the value of the judiciary when it comes to democracy, because when the judiciary is gone, when the independence of the is gone, when the judiciary interference in the judiciary, when the perception of the judiciary is said that it's in the pocket of the government of the day, then democracy will be an attack, weakened. So Thomas had an encounter with the media And you be sat and say, Yati say, judiciary no, he's not happy now. Also, he, Judge Dawood Ifio. What did Atama said? Also, share meaning. Why would you say no? If you say me a caricature.
John Mahama, concentrate on whatever campaign message you made. I am now power. I know na future. Ebe boa NDC. What I said dan say. Mo beka asemu yi no ma be ya de foforo na afi at the end of the day no. Obi antimi trust mu biu because yenim say de mo ka bia enkwasi asem. Ma ban ba ye ba ebesi ni nyina entro. What I say and concentrate on the policies amumiki ye obi aniwa mo betena o ka che and say ye to abama mo ambeso wa isika dia kofa China for kasa China for book abegu Ghana say Ghana for nsia China ni Arabic and ko bi beto abama mo obi abehun simaji bi ko bi amfi mo wa wona me che no ba man kasa ntini ye koto abama mo ntisi ato abana mama wi a nya fe na wo sika waja se waja se Ghana ni ntina ho abra oni adwuma ye na wo so sika na koma China ni kwasi ampanyi ni say ono no ne kasa na emesua ayesa obia mfa mu serious bio every 1 minute bi aban ma senam enti meslamo use the money wisely mumie bi adwuma mamagunu eno na obia be hu senyansa wo mutim ti said ya muka na opposition no akufu adunyo ye de ye ba ye nim nyansa be bi anwuma mamuo maba 2 years muntimi mie adwuma ba akokra enti eno na ese modwene ho na mutimi ye bibi na nkoba said ye muka ye nyina ai maf what you say na fe no jo mama e metreti nkofo meche no jai na wonchi obi a o power ntimi nche kotre kura o Ghana ho enti se wodi akuafo kana we na ntimi ntua kama no tum na tena ba bi wawi a o musika koko pharmacy kana ntua kama no tum nya fe na odi chimi trati omo se makoye law me be chichi koko pharma bia obejai ni koko ndi akodom mefuo we yakwasia ev constitution is stating clear so obi wona saase ade odi sisu enfo obi aho ndi esi a meme wo masase na edam kwaye ma me pa metimi akodwiri bi koko agu akosi makura awo ho enye mampanyini bi asem. I'm telling you the fact. That is the reality. Se me wo manka afuo amikoko afuo metimi di adanka emfa mampanyini bi aho. And it is the only solution mampanyini metimi aye say I will rather pay the cocoa farmers to motivate them not to sell their cocoa and not to convert it into different kind of farming. And one I bet you so the musika be one na fe o ma say cocoa ekura ya adwisiki e be twa de adua body ye twa ye ntwai akwai diskana bounty ene ye nyantwa e bia next year so be sa de aba. That is what you need to do. Tiomo kakekimi siga sami jamfi wi emu kota peanut kura betimi atwiomo ka forever. And now doctors na untwiomo ka na mo ye demonstration a ochichiomo eno na Michael Blasio se wan ne maame ekwo hospital NDC fu awo ne pane eboni ekuno because omunya doctors ana jo mama di omagu se omne na mo se dia be ya obi abehu se doctor hospital but wo yes sir wo se kuro no bada aju asafuduru ono mka chense bullet na egu ridiem no ye meku ye ntimi nyi ana aju asafufuru plane for Germany Bagana ni play sika. And as a whole country, everyone minutes be abola kana mus. Na etuo kanipa na ye ntimi nyi aboba. A very ridiculously insane. As a whole entire nation, ayetua tax makwasi ampanyini. Na kwasi ampanyini the doctors atena fie to the stand say etuo aboba omo a wasese omakogu oni ntimi nyi. Very sad ni NDC ni aboa no defend it but NDC ni bisa won say wan gasa maame accident si no duru na moja pram no na di pa oti wono onim kwan fa so di moja abo patient obewu enti kwa football ni ka se kromo a ono so timbi no asekire no ti dia mecho ani yo enti adan na sika no ba kofo wi asya megya mfi kwa asya mpanyini wi a enti o wi ade ko hia ontimi mfa bi ma ye nkotua adaptafo ne ka no mo nko save nipa nkwa wow enti NDC for wi sika no omo de ko ma wanko no mo wi sika na mana omo ntimi ntua na esefo ne doctors ka no mo save nipa nkwa. And man of BBC say Germany are just a for kwa yi etu abobai. Imagine say your mama etu kana. And I said minister be etu kana. NDC nia na say plane no pilot no manya o manya ntema mu ame flyer nti obetina Ghana wa wu ana.